My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Aethermancer. Oh, do I want to upgrade my equipment, perhaps? This drum is pretty good. I would happily upgrade that drum on Tyler. Yay, let's go to the night then. I was going to go to a random NPC here to enter the Garden District. I could individually go through my run at the moment by listing all of the traits that we have, but it's probably much easier to tell you that I generate regeneration, the regeneration generates healing, the healing generates poison, the poison generates regeneration, and it just goes on and 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 on. It's working pretty well.
I must admit, I've always wanted to ask you something serious. Do you really have to use such lowly means as poison to handle the monsters of the void? No offense, Syriax. I'm sure you only did what's necessary to brave the dangers of the void. Perhaps I shall try to dip my sword in poison too.
Let's pick some equipment. Oh, it's just straight up equipment. Right, it's not even a replacement here. Talisman. Whenever a buff is applied to this monster, 20% chance to apply another sack of the same buff. That's pretty good on Luna. Specifically because Luna would often get an additional regeneration with that, and then that additional regeneration turns into additional damage. Tome. On single target attack applied to weakness. We don't do that many single target attacks. I think Talisman makes a lot of sense. We miss out on the end of turn self-heal for 3, but if this gives us another regeneration, it'll easily make up for that. Because the another regeneration comes with even more healing than 3. By which I do mean 4. Show me some shifted folk, y'all. I have brought the blank mementos. It's quite difficult to break the breakables in this area. It's also quite difficult to spot them a lot of the time. Shifted Sphinx? Do I have you? Yeah, no, I've run Shifted Sphinx as well, actually. This is actually a weird instance. I need to make sure that I don't have a shifted Deucer before I start this fight. Okay, I do have a shifted Deucer, which means that instead I need to open by attacking a Tuttle. I can't let there be multiple Tuttles on the same board as her. Alright, quick little bloom of some regen for all allies. Then we can crystallize. Even more impact. Explosive Exhale is almost killing. Should I check poison all monsters? Oh, but then I won't even have the resources for the Explosive Exhale. I suppose I'll be leaving Medusa alive this turn. Yeah, not thrilled about that, but you do what you have to. Gave that Deucer a lot of debuffs. Yeah. I was worried they were about to lament. Come on, give me Flesh Hecatoncheires. Give me Shifted Circuit. And Minakawa. Give me those three and I'll shut up for exactly one episode. I was gonna promise that I'll shut up forever, but absolutely not. You know how long forever is? It's like, it's a long time. Get a Regeneration Bloom. There we go. Delete the only target I'm scared of. Do a ridiculous amount of crits. 11 more applications of poison. God, if I just had anything that cared about poison instances being applied. Beyond the original 5, obviously, that we do have care for right now. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you with Toxic Sprawl. There we go, 43 poison on you. It's a volcanic unity on board, right there. Oh. That, every 3 crits trigger poison on the enemy will definitely be ridiculous now. If I see it again, I'll take it. Another blank memento. Well, now I need a shifted Nyx as well to finish out our wish list. Okay. I honestly don't know who gets targeted first out of them. I'm gonna go with the Amit, but only because I have so much damage I can blow up the Amit pretty quickly. Because the Amit has like Explosive Rush and a couple other high damage base moves. Even without scaling, it can do some serious work. Yikes. Not being able to cast Regeneration Bloom on turn 1 into Crystallize is certainly not, good boy. Well, that'll generate the resources to do it, though. Regeneration Bloom. If my whole party has Retaliate triggers, and the enemy hits all of mine in a single attack, do all of my Retaliates go off, or just the one? I think it'll be just the one. Sadly disappointing outcome. Yeah, I don't really see the large benefit for smocking right now. Yeah, I stand by that. I still don't see much benefit to it. I'll just still throw an Explosive Sail to disable Medusa. Right, I keep forgetting that the Explosive Exhale is showing me its non-crit damage, and the majority of the time when I'm about to use it, it's already doing somewhere between like 70 and 90% crit. Or 100. Let me be clear. Somewhere between 70 and 100 is what I should have said. So much poison at the start of turn. It's so much poison. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm gonna... Explosive Exhale. Deletes one character. Consumes a huge amount of regeneration. And then I'll Toxic Sprawl. To give you poison commensurate to that. I mean, I could Volcanic Unity and get absolutely nothing out of it. That'd be fun. Yeah, sure. It gives me my 5th and then 6th Wild Ether, which then also triggers another party heal. Alright. It is time for what could only be described as ridiculous overkill. Never mind, the enemy died before I got to do it. Because they take poison damage twice at the start of a round. Oh, it's aura time on everyone. Show me Lunas first. Cleanse Corruption when ally heal to full health. Cleanse 2 Corruption on them once per battle. No. Void Infusion whenever a Wild Ether is spent on an ally's action, which does happen because we generate a lot of Wild Ether. Its second hit does wild damage. If it's a support action, it applies 1 Terror to each enemy instead. Honestly, not that good. Don't care about Terror. Ascension healing for the 2 bow to all allies. I'll take a reroll. Blood Pact. At the end of your turn, deal a water hit to all enemies. Damage equal to 1 for every 5 healing received by allies this round. Does not trigger Retaliate. We'll take that. Hilarious. Your allies gain 15% crit chance for each regeneration stack on them. Each attack consumes 1 regeneration. Honestly, not needed. We have crit chance. Regeneration Shield. Apply whenever regeneration triggers on an ally, shield them for 4. Honestly, not needed. We already shield for the maximum shielding that we can do. Just with the Mineralize. Auto heal? No. Reroll. We're looking for things that are stupid. Blind. Enemies with Terror have a 15% chance to miss each hit. Whenever an enemy misses a hit, apply Terror to them. These Void Infusion Ascension we've seen before. I don't want either. Reroll. Ethereal Regeneration is pretty hilarious. Aura, for every 3 consumed regeneration stacks, generate a random ether. Admittedly, I don't really need more ether generation that badly. I'm still going to take it, because I do need to still have reroll by the time I get to here. Tristan. On crit, deal a 3 wild damage hit. Incredible. Triggers up to once per action. Garbage. At least in this build. For other builds where you're doing a lot of individual instances, obviously this could be ridiculous. For us right now, no thank you. Fatal Upkeep. You were good at the start, you are not good now. And Vigorous Edge, we saw you just earlier and turned you down. Toxic Assault. That's exactly what I was looking for. I also really wanted to have Plague. I really wanted to have both of those. Anyhow, Toxic Assault for every 3 crits, apply 2 poison, then trigger poison, which means that now... Ooh, Blade. 25% additional crit chance is pretty good, and debuff mitigation is pretty good, but the rest of it, irrelevant. Yeah, I gotta take out the Naga first before the Surcat make it too powerful. Wee bit of regeneration to all allies. Crystallize for the defense that we'll need as well. I'm gonna smog in order to increase my crit chance. Then explosive burst to delete this one. I deal a bunch of crit hits to them, which means that we give them a bunch of poison, and we also trigger that poison a bunch of times. Despite the fact that they're already dead, that poison's still gonna trigger. And sure, I'll throw a leeching strike at that one up. Okay, so 170 healing that round means at the end of the round we deal 34 damage to both of the enemies. Before the round has started, we already have healed 92, which means we've got almost 2 Wild Ether just from turn start, and also, at the end of this turn, we'll deal about 20 damage to the enemies. Sick. Oh my god. Wait. Hold up. Was that for every 3 crits trigger poison on all enemies? Or is it the target of the crits? I think it's the former, based on what I just saw happen. Oh yeah, no, it triggers on all of them. Okay, that's absolutely absurd. No, the Ether Spring in this zone is garbage. It's just +1 damage of a certain type, and that's, like, literally equivalent to 1 power. Like, really, really underwhelming. Feel free to tell me if I've missed something that makes that make more sense, but +1 damage to a certain element for the end zone of the game? Feels a bit low. Are you absolutely sure that you should be here in the Void, man? The Void tends to corrupt all it touches. Oh, nonsense. I bet some of your monsters are hungry. Oh, just immediately? Doesn't even care? Who wants a perk? Who would get the most out of a perk? Healing +1 for Luna's really good. Hit +1's ridiculous for Tristan. Alright, Luna, you take it. Yeah, just straight up reduce incoming damage by 1 for each hit. Absolutely. That's exactly what we need to try and keep you alive. Like, that is a breakable. There we go. Got it. I just had to try a bunch of times. We can replace some pretty bad perks. Like, Luna's got +5 health, which... The 15% evasion on Dialer's doing absolutely no work. Oh, hell yeah. Defense +1 or Ether +1. I like Ether +1 specifically because it makes it much easier on the first turn for me to get the 2 actions that you care about specifically going on. I thought I saw the exclamation mark above Nyx's head. I was very confused based on the placement, but I was ready to trust my creature. After we finish this area, I'll come back and cleanse some corruption. Minakawa! Minakawa! Why are we not giving me a Minakawa? Why do we want me to suffer not having a Minokawa? I've been so excited for them as soon as I knew they existed. Well, okay, hang on. I was very excited for them as soon as I knew they existed. Unfortunately, they were also up against Sharoof, a dog, at the time, so they lost that fight, but they're here now, and that's the most important part. Donation for allies. That'll give us the wild ether I need. In order to cast Crystallize. I mean, yeah, if I can delete Tuttle, I'll delete Tuttle. That's the first target. Also, that'll trigger poison on a bunch of characters a bunch of times. God. If only poison application was spreading poison as well, plague, or poison trigger was spreading poison as well. That would have been good as well. As well. It's my favorite word. Decent amount of poison for Circuit. That'll hurt yet. Damn it, her woes! I forgot about her woes! Alright, so here comes the giant explosive exhale. And all it has to do is trigger poison 3 times. Pretty sure it crit enough times to do that. Let's trigger 1. Oh, maybe it can only do it once per action. Because it definitely should have triggered enough times to kill the enemy there. At least based on my understanding. Cool. Everyone's gonna get level 9 before the end of the... Oh, skill reroll as well. Sick. Again, I can take out Amit first. I'm gonna hit Viral Bloom for a little bit more regen on Tuttle. And then Explosive Exhale, destroying Medusa. why not basic attack? What could even go wrong? And that was with shielding. Well, that's just rude. Yeah, that almost killed Totzel there. That was terrifying. I'm gonna hit a Hourglass of Undoing here. Remove a little bit of corruption. Yeah, I don't want to see another Blossoming Strike come out here. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to kill you, Amit. You understand. It's business. The business being that I don't want you alive anymore. Sure, maybe I could have expressed that in a way that didn't require incorporating an LLC, but you don't understand how much I hate you, Amit. Their second poison trigger halfway through their turn kills them. Heal all allies for 2/6, generate fire, water, earth. I suppose there's an argument to hit that instead of restore, maybe, because I really don't need the additional random ether, and this is a lot of healing. And it also gives us ether. That said, I am really compelled by the idea of just going max health each time, basically. After the first or second turn, I will have something good to do with Luna every turn. So I don't need to... I don't need a new ability here. 2/2 Water Wind against all enemies. Blast of Terror. Natural Cure. Energy Charm. Way worse than your other alternatives. Plus max HP. Jewel Cutter. 4/2 Wind Earth against target enemy. Critical hit, steal, fall, additional damage. Not bad. Deal an additional X damage hit, 2 for each poison stack on the enemy. That's never going to be better than just the max HP again as well. Tristan gained an experience. Hey, tying everyone up there. Perfect. I don't think I need to spend corruption here. I'll release a monster soul. Now, I choose a single boon at the start of combat applied to regeneration to all allies. Yeah, I think I will do that, actually. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah. I do kind of want to hit the witch. Point being, I can re-roll Blood Pact, because Blood Pact is decent, but it is entirely unnecessary for me. I also don't think Ethereal Regeneration is fully necessary, but I think I probably get a much better impact out of replacing this. I'm not gonna level up after the next fight. It is not a shifted Tonkeries. I'm pretty mad about it. We'll reroll a trait of Luna. Blood Pact. Yeah, we've seen all of these. Cleanse Corruption, Polluted Ether, Auto Heal. Reroll. Fear Tox. No. Plague. Whenever poison triggers on an enemy, apply poison to all enemies. Boom. That's exactly the thing I wanted to get in the party. One of the things I wanted to get in the party. I suspect this fight will be quite short. Uh-huh. So much poison. All I've done is shield. All I've done is apply regeneration and shielding to myself. I'm just gonna hit you with an explosive exhale. There you go. Bunch of additional poison for you, bunch of additional poison triggers as well, which then takes your earth away. And then I'm gonna Toxic Sprawl. Do you a bunch more poison. You're up to 50 poison here on turn 1. Oh no, the enemy's managed to summon a Fire Lance. Oh, what am I even gonna do now? Kill you turn 2 or turn 3? I've got a sneaky little feeling that our damage might have gotten pretty ridiculous just off of those multipliers that we've applied now. I mean, especially if, yeah, we're about to stagger the enemy, which is another 50% modifier. 50% added to all damage. I mean, I could apply more regeneration, or I could stagger. Oh, Viral Bloom already does the stagger. Okay, we'll do that. Oh, Explosive Exhale. Perfect. Yeah, that did many hundreds more damage than the enemy had in HP. This is the most busted run I have had so far, bar none. A rare belt. No, no one interrupts and cares about that. So that's a turn 2 Hecatonchirus. I don't think I can do turn 2 Chernobog, but we'll see. Chain's pretty funny. Unnecessary. So is Blank Memento. Honestly, another Hourglass of Undoing for Cleansing Corruption's pretty good. I'm going to take Shielding Dust. I'm also going to take the Aethermancer Whip and a single bonus experience because I can. +5 max health for all of our monsters again. Hell yeah. That's going to make us pretty survivable. Come on, Bog. I wonder if maybe I should just target Bog. Literally don't care about your hands at all. It seems like a bad idea. Especially because they could summon a Tutzel, and then that Tutzel could literally just Explosive Exhale, destroy me. I'm definitely fine with the enemy getting a copy of Mandragora. Mandragora is good, very good. my enemy won't be able to utilize it as well as I can outside of the context of my party. Explosive Exhale almost staggers Chernobog this turn. Pretty good. Sure, do it. The Explosive Exhale is... Oh my god, right, it crit on them as well, so it will stagger. Explosive Exhale is not only how I, like, do ridiculous damage to the enemy, but it's also how I scale, courtesy of the additional poison it applies, additional poison triggers it does in damage. Okay, I have a lot more belief that we're taking you out really quickly. Rod of Command is not especially good this turn. Yeah, I plan on just killing Chernobog before it even summons the dupes of my creatures. Buddy. As far as I'm aware, you're supposed to do that once every 3 turns. What the hell is this? Chernobog summons copies of the 2 most corrupted enemies. Chernobog heals them, self, scaling with the amount of corruption on them, fully cleansing it. When a copy dies, another is summoned after 3 rounds. I guess you must just... Yeah, the only thing that makes sense to me here is that just must trigger based on some, like, amount of damage done to Chernobog or something. I'm gonna send the damage directly at Chernobog again. I think this is gonna crit enough to get most of your health down. Never mind. It's all of your health. That's a turn 2 boss kill on Chernobog. That is truly as busted as I think. I don't know if there's that many turn 1 Chernobog kills on Mythic. But I can tell you there's certainly a turn 2 kill. Unfortunately, we only got to craft one memento. Thankfully, it was still for a new creature, which, like, that's probably the most exciting memento to craft, realistically. Anyone that's just got dialogue that I've seen before, I will skip through. Including this. I presume that no one's just gonna have, like, a secret additional thing they can offer. Now that I think I've got all of the unique mementos in the game at the moment, I think. I think. There we are. And again, Lee has the same thing to say. Dark Elder. Yes, please. Oh, no, Minakawa. Of course, Minakawa. Please, Minakawa. I want to see you next run. Yeah, no one else seems to have anything additional to sell me, unfortunately, as a result. But I will be able to take a Dark Elder into the top of the next run with this. Until then, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Aethermancer. Top left is a series playlist for all of my content of the Game Pass for us in the future. YouTube recommendations are down below, streaming past. All the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out above the thank dear, and a special thanks this episode to Cold Heart. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.